Hey YouTube, it's your boy, not your average Simp YT, aka Mr. Dimes, aka Bang Bang, and we back with another top 5 builds. Top 5 tips to build your perfect build. Blah, I can't talk right now. Now, small forward is a video I'm really regretting. Not regretting, but like not looking forward to make because small forward is such a difficult build to make in this game. It's either it's gonna be trash, it's either gonna be really trash, or it's gonna be really good. Like I mean, man, it's tough out here in the streets for small forwards, man. But listen, so now we talked about the pie charts. You guys know how they work now, or at least you should if you watched the last two videos, okay? Um, but the reason I'm making the small forward video is because, okay, so let me see. Let's say I want to make so the finishing rebounder, right? This has 86 speed, okay? That's its max. 86 speed is max, right? But let's say I want to make a pure slasher. Has 84 speed as its max. Okay, but then let's say I want to make a pure shooter, I want to get that strap. 75 speed. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just skips too many. Okay, what about a 3 and D type of wing? 82. Like, I mean, it's like is relatively 75 and up, but like it's just like if you want to have a fast player, you have to sacrifice something because you have to have that slashing. Let's see a defense. Oh, 88. That's actually pretty nice. But the problem with having a defensive slashing build, it's just like you're if you're gonna have a fast build, you're gonna have a defensive slashing build, right? 86 speed, it's pretty average, or you can have all defensive builds where basically or all playmaking builds. But did you see the recurring problem in all these builds? You can't shoot. In all these builds, you cannot shoot. I mean, if you wouldn't have a good shooting build, you're gonna sacrifice that speed, and that's the problem. Okay, that's why, in my opinion, for the best small forward, it's definitely not. No. Definitely not this. In my opinion, it's probably playmaking because you can do a little bit of everything. Okay, it's really between playmaking and rebounding because you can literally do a little bit of everything. But small forward is just such a difficult build. But hey, I'm not trying to make a top 5 best builds. I'm trying to make you a top 5 tips video. Okay. So let's say you want to have a pure slash. Oh no, let's say you want to have a slashing playmaker. Okay. Um, decent speed. This is probably actually the best build you can possibly get at small forward. But hey, we're not gonna talk about it. 442. That's actually really high. All right. Small forward, you can get a lot of badges, because they give you, it's basically like being a power forward, but like more OP. That's what I'm saying. Power forward is probably the worst build to have in the game, but like, it's just, power forward just so out of place, cause like, it's like it doesn't know if it wants to be a small forward, or it doesn't know if it wants to be a, center. So that's what I'm saying, small forward. If you're gonna make a power forward, you might as well either make a center or a small forward. Because power forward, you're just limited to so many different. I mean, it's just not even worth it, right? Now, um, I'm gonna say like this. You guys know how the badge system works now. You guys know how the. I informed you on that, right? Now, the speed is such a. Oh my bad. The speed is just such a difficult thing. Like it's just. I literally hate how they made the speed system. Like it just irritates me, right? Um, as once again, body shape does not matter, right? So you could, if you really want to be like an OP, like you have like the LeBron James-esque, Kevin Durant, you want Tracy McGrady, those guys, you can't have that because their speed goes down so much at small forward, okay? And the only way you can have those is by not having the build. Like, for example, this build will probably go good for Tracy McGrady, but sadly, we can't do that because they just take so much away. So at this point, the only good that you get out of a small forward build is going smaller. But if you're gonna go smaller, you might as well make a shooting guard. So I say when you make a small forward, you go nowhere between 6. Don't go past 6'8", because 6'9", you literally gain nothing. You literally gain absolutely nothing. Okay, I say no more than 6'8" and no less than 6'6". Actually, honestly, no less than 6'7". 6'8" and 6'7" is probably the only heights I would go with, because 6'6", you might as well make a shooting guard. Okay, uh, because 6'7" for a shooting guard, you're gonna be slower. But 6'6", you might as well go with shooting guard, and 6'9", you might as well go with power forward. You know what I'm saying? So I say 6'7" and 6'8". Don't go past those. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it the same. Now, the weight, we all know how this plays out. If you go lower, you get better lateral quickness. You go heavier, you get better interior defense, right? You really, whatever your height is, you play off of it. All right. So since we picked neutral, and it's really, that's all a preference thing. If you don't have good interior defense, there's no point in going heavier. Sorry. So you might as well go lighter, right? And then the wingspan, like I said, it's all about how the weight, the height. It's about, you play off everything. So basically, you pick the height, then you play off that, then you play off the weight with the wingspan, then you play off the wingspan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all just manipulating the system. Like, that's literally all you should like need to do, right? Um, Once again, this is my last time saying this. The takeover does not matter. I can't stress that enough. It does not matter. It's all about how you play the game. Okay? I'm just gonna pick Slasher because why not? Um, Slashing playmaker DeMar Rosenthal. Doesn't matter. I wasn't trying to make a good build. Now to prove my point again, okay? We picked this. We picked playmaking and slashing as our main categories. Okay? Now if I go in here, I guarantee you they're gonna be the only Hall of Fame badges I can get, and I have I have 13 shooting badges, right? Look, once again, there is no those are the only Hall of Fame badges, okay? Now, with small forward, I don't, like, it's kind of difficult to speak on it because of the fact that, I mean, the only thing I can really give you advice on is the height and the weight. I told you my piece. Don't go past 6'8", 6'7", because at 6'6" you might as well go to shooting guard and go ahead and get boosting and everything. I mean, you can go 6'6" if you want, but at that point, you just will be a small forward. So, hey, I mean, 6'6" minimum, 6'8" maximum, 6'7". Those three are the top things. Okay. Now, depending if you have a shooting or offensive build. If you have an offensive build, I say go lower on the weight. If you have a defensive build, I say go heavier on the weight, because you know you get that strength, you get the interior defense, and really if you go heavier, you don't really lose speed. All you lose is acceleration, which is still pretty big, but hey, like I said, in this game they limit you to where you can't have a little bit of everything. You have to choose one or another. Okay? Now, once again, this right here is the most difficult part, because let's say you want to be able to shoot, get rebounds, and be able to finish right at the rim. You have to look at all of these and try to find the most balanced one. And you also have to keep in mind you can manipulate the system. So right now it says 71 mid-range, but I guarantee I can get that to say 76, 75, 74. Okay, so I can get that I can get that at minimum 3 plus upgrade points. Now, height affects the mid-range. Height affects shooting. It affects defense. It kind of affects. I mean, affects a little bit of everything. But height affects driving dunk, standing dunk, mid-range, ball handling, post moves, like the rebounding, the block, the interior defense, right? And it doesn't affect the interior defense, my bad. The weight only affects lateral quickness and interior defense, okay? The wingspan I'm pretty sure it only affects ball handling and shooting. And sometimes it also affects your block, your rebound, your steal. Like, it really just depends on what your ratings are. So between those three, it really affects those. I don't think it's ever really affected finishing like that. So yeah, and then the body shape does not do anything. Honestly, this went easier than I was expected because it's getting easier and easier now that I've made these first two videos. Honestly, we can go ahead and get shooting guard done in this video as well. So shooting guard, in my opinion, is the best position to make in this game. Just, I mean, it's literally just the most OP position. Now, we know how the pie charts work. So I'm just gonna pick one at random. Oh, we get this one, okay? We know how this pie chart works too. You have to pick one or the other. You can't get all four. I mean, you can, but then everything's kind of like in the middle, okay? But for shooting guard, there's no point in you having strength. So if I was you, I would just get the most speed, vertical, and acceleration as possible. Because the strength at that point is not a liability as shooting guard unless you're gonna be a a, a, a slasher. If you're gonna be a slasher, I suggest going with the all around, like the balanced one, because you have a little bit of everything. But unless you're a slasher at shooting guard position, I suggest just going ahead and get rid of that strength, because hey, it's all good, you know. 470, like shooting guard. Shooting guard has, I'm pretty sure, the most attribute upgrades in the game. At, I'm pretty sure that position is like the most overpowered. That's why it's overpowered, because you can have the most upgrades for this position. I'm pretty sure, like you can have the most badges in this position. Like if you guys didn't see my video earlier, uh, about the 60 plus badge Kobe Bryant build plus James Harden plus Bradley Beal. Now I do realize there's other builds out there with more badges, but like one of my friends that watched the video told me that there's a point guard build that has 65 badges and that's also 6'5". Now, if you make a 6'5" point guard, you're gonna be slow, but if you make a 6'5" shooting guard, you're gonna be fast. See, it's all about manipulating the system, right? So, if you want that speed boost, you can go ahead and just make a shooting guard. If you want, because if you want the height and the speed, make a shooting guard. If you don't really care as much about the height and care more about the speed, go ahead and make a point guard. But I'm saying this is why I'm saying shooting guard is the best position to make, okay? Because the speed from point guard and shooting guard is not that much different. The only difference between the two is one is significantly taller than the other. Now, with the point guard in this game, you can go all the way from 5'7" to 6'5", I'm pretty sure. And you go 6'5", you're going to be dirt slow for a point guard. You're going to have like 80 something speed. That's going to be super slow compared to any other point guard in the game, okay? If I was I'll get into that next. I'll get into that in the next video, right? Actually, I might as well just get all of it done, just in this last video, okay? The difference between shooting guard and point guard is the speed and the height. If you want a tall, speedy guy, shooting guard, okay? Now, I'm pretty sure point guard has better ratings at some things. Now, shooting guard has better. Pretty much the only difference between them is the height. Point guard has better attributes than shooting guard does. Because if you look at this says 95, 95, 95, 94. Okay. Now if we go to shooting guard, it's gonna be very similar. 94, 95, 90. It's pretty much similar besides that one mid-range shot, right? Which can be manipulated to make it all 95. I mean, they are really, really, really similar builds. It's just shooting guard's better because you get that extra height, and you only lose anything virtually. So if you want a guard, make a shooting guard for sure. Now this is for this year. For next year, I'm gonna make another top 5 tips for next year. Not, well, obviously not to the game next year, but when it does come out, I'm gonna make a top 5 tips for that. Cause I guarantee there's gonna be some sort of difference, but like not too much. It's gonna be virtually the same exact thing. I guarantee there's gonna be the pie charts next year. There's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be the exact same thing. Cause there's no way that 2K is gonna put all its work into one thing and then just not do it again. So but I'm just trying to figure out what the difference will be next year from this year. It might just be the how it looks, how just something subtle, and it could change the whole thing. But you never know. So just keep on your toes. If you're gonna make a new build this year, make sure you watch my top 5 tips, and that new build I just made, because that is a really good build. Hey, this has been a quick one, guys. Not even gonna lie. But hey, it's been a good one though. It's your boy, Not Trevor Simp YT, aka Mr. Dimes, aka Bang Bang. It's been a good one. I'm out. Peace.